as women on the front lines, I want to present a vision to you. And it's a vision of mobilization. We have been given gifts by God. We've been given blessing in so many different arenas of life. But there's a whole world out there that really, truly is in darkness. They do not know him, and anyone who does not know him is in darkness. They need the gospel. But there's also another people group that God wants us to look at. And he wants us to get the reality of what they go through on a day-by-day basis right inside of our hearts so that we would be mobilized to serve. And I'm speaking about children at risk and young women, young men who are trapped in slavery, modern-day slavery, sex trafficking, oppression in different ways. There's just so much oppression on children and young women, young men today. And women of God, we're created to care for children at risk. We have mothers' hearts. We were wired with a capacity to reach out in this way. And one of my favorite stories in the Bible in this arena is the whole story of Moses when he was a little baby. He was a child at risk in his generation. The children, the little boys in his generation were being killed when they were born. They were, there was a command from the government to kill little Hebrew boys when they came through the womb. If they were a boy, they were to be killed. It's a big gendercide. But there were some women on the front line. God had his women on the front lines. He had these midwives who feared the Lord. And so when the babies were born and they saw that they were little Hebrew boys, instead of throwing them away, they preserved them and hid them and cared for them. And one of those children that was preserved in that day was Moses. Little Moses, a little child at risk, who because of some women on the front line, the midwives and his sister, his mother, cared to rescue him from a situation that could have destroyed destiny in just a moment. And then Pharaoh's daughter, another woman on the front lines. Not all women on the front lines are Christians, but they have a heart to see justice prevail and mercy. And so Pharaoh's daughter took Moses in and raised him and had Moses' own biological mother be the one who raised him. And God's wisdom is amazing. And that little child at risk, that one little child at risk, one little baby who was at risk, that was rescued, that one rescued child, it delivered a nation, delivered an entire nation from their bondage. Just one rescued child at risk. And so the nation was delivered through Moses. But not only that, Moses was used by God to write 5 books of the Bible. This little rescued child wrote 5 books of the Bible as he grew. Not only that, we see him on the Mount of Transfiguration. We see that in the book of Revelation, they sing actually in heaven. In heaven, they sing the song of Moses and the song of the Lamb. Amazing.